to 7:30 each Saturday, right here on WSBR 740 AM, is brought to you by the Adult and Geriatric Center under the medical direction of geriatrician Dr. Andy Mencia. Okay, here we are. Let's see, it's St. Patrick's Day today. You know that?
It is.
And where's your green stuff?
I have it.
You have underwear. You probably have green underwear, right? She has green.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Okay, so introduce our wonderful guest, Nicole.
Nicole, she doesn't need introduction anymore because she's so famous now. She's on the article. If you read,
Sorry.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful listener, remember that this is live.
Okay, so anyway, we're here.
She's in the article.
Dr. Mencia.
What page is she on?
Okay, right here. No, she's right here on the page.
The beautiful,
page 5. Page 5, the article, Improving Your Health Through Nutrition and Lifestyle. Can you, Dr. Mencia, can you really do that?
Can you
really improve your health through nutrition and lifestyle?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can improve your health if your lifestyle modification is so important. And that's why I invited Nicole to come back. First of all, a lot of the listeners that have come to us, our patients, brag about Nicole, how wonderful she was on the air, how informative she is. And also the people that have seen her. And she's so cute. Look at her.
And she just had a baby, I heard, too.
Well, I mean, we didn't just have the baby.
14 months is just having a baby, actually.
She's straight from the hospital. I'm really motivated. Love my job.
Her husband is driving the baby. And she can stay straight to the radio station.
But actually, seriously, as far as people, I think and I know that you like vitamins, and we've talked about that.
Let's talk about lifestyle modification.
Yes, lifestyle modification.
Anita,
yes.
Imagine if you try to eat healthy, and Nicole, you can tell us about this.
Okay.
Let's say you try to eat healthy, but how late before going to bed should you eat?
That is such a common question. People think, I can't eat after 4. My trainer, all this advice is coming from so many different sources that aren't actually reliable. And that's a great question because it's really about the 24-hour intake that, it's calories in versus calories out. Some people, the problem comes from 3 different problems. One is some people try to limit their calories so much during the course of the day that they end up eating at night, and then they overeat at night. They're so hungry they end up eating too much at night. And then at night, too, emotional needs come up because people get relaxed and then they start feeling feelings and they think, well, I just want to eat because maybe I'm bored or I'm lonely or I'm sad, so emotional eating comes into play.
I'm usually all of the above.
All the above, right, and a lot of people are, and it's like, and the other thing is mindless eating in front of the TV. People are relaxed in front of the TV, so that's where I think the big issue comes in, not necessarily like going by a food rule, like not eating after 4.
Well, let's say
or
an hour
before.
How about 10 minutes before going to bed?
Now, that's not good either because, our bodies have to digest probably, I would say like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. You should probably wind it down, stop eating, have your sleepy tea, have some herbal tea to start your bedtime ritual, start relaxing so that you can have a good night's sleep because our bodies repair.
What is when people talk about starvation mode, what is this thing?
The starvation mode, well, it's when your body doesn't get enough calories to maintain itself.
So people need to understand because, people go for this ACG injection and for this and that. We do the hormone replacement in the office. I'm not against hormone replacement. But, I do it in a responsible way. Because if you take a person and you tell them to go into a starvation, your body then will clamp and you are not losing weight. The body is going to retain everything. It's like if you go into the desert. Your body will change its way of metabolizing so that you can survive. You go into a survival mode. So starving is no good.
No, and I hear a lot of people, they say that they try to have, they're trying to limit their calories so much, and it's really only short-lived because they can only do it for so long and until they feel so deprived, that they end up binging or having too much of a certain food and then gaining all the weight they lost. They feel deprived, or it's like making up food rules like I can't have this, and then all of a sudden that need gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like reverse psychology, so that they want to have more and more. So that's the thing with a lot of the problems, come into play with the HCG diet. I mean, there's been studies that it definitely works for weight loss.
But is it the HCG or is it
it's the calorie
500 calorie diet?
It's such a controversial topic. I mean, they did a placebo.
That's what we're all about here,
They did a pilot study.
We are all about controversial
topics. There's so much. I love it.
Now let me ask you about constipation.
No, wait. Just before you do constipation, I have to get something in.
Let me
for Dr. Rosemary, wait. So before you go to bed, if you have eaten, you have to brush your teeth. Dr. Rosemary, I have to say that because you have taught me. I didn't always do that, but I am so religious. I go to bed and I'll say, I jump up and say, what's wrong? I said, I have to go brush my teeth.
I know. Before I go to bed, I take off my denture, I brush them out really good, put them back on, and go to bed.
You have the most beautiful teeth. I know, Dr. Rosemary. I just had to say that. Okay, you talk about constipation if you want.
But I had a patient. I had this patient. This is very interesting case. This guy has severe. He's supposed to be seeing you. He has severe constipation. The guy went to Cleveland Clinic and they did Botox injection. He went to Holy Cross. They did this.
But for constipation?
For severe constipation. Nobody could get this guy to move his bowel. And his wife, who listened to the show, told her, you should consider Dr. Mencia. So he said, I'm here, I've been through all these people, nobody can help me. So I said, I'm going to give you this bottle. It's called magnesium citrate. I want you to take this bottle. And then I say, instead of using Botox, I'm going to give you lidocaine to put around your anus so you can, lidocaine is just
numbing agent.
So let me numb your sphincter so I can relax. The guy say, I went to the bathroom, Dr. Mencia, and my whole family, Master Tom! It was such a celebration.
Dr. Mencia!
It's the little things in life, that really become big things.
I never heard people being so happy about a bowel movement.
But let's go back.
What about the diet?
Yeah, what caused the constipation?
And
that's what's important.
As we age, the peristalsis, which, moves our...
Peristalsis is like the worm,
it's like
how the weight
that moves food through our colon so that it can be discarded and excreted. And that slows down as we age. So as a general rule, we need more fiber. And a lot of times, the diet lacks fiber tremendously. If you're not getting your fruits, your vegetables, your whole grains, your nuts and seeds, then you need a fiber supplement. And the water. I've seen people
But when you say
dehydrated.
fiber supplements, see, I like supplements, but I like nature.
Food.
So food first. So tell me, food-wise, what kind of food would I eat?
You can
that are rich in fiber.
The things that you can add for fiber, you can add, a whole grain oatmeal, like the real, not the instant packets that have all been refined and it looks like a powder by the time you pour it out of the bag. That's nothing. That's like, pure sugar. So we want to go with like the steel cut oats or the whole rolled oats. We want to do like even flax seeds if you don't have diverticulosis. It's like you can add flax seeds. You can add fruit. Whole berries are so high in fiber. Beans are loaded with fiber, and then there's two types of fiber. There's insoluble fiber and there's soluble fiber. So you have to really get both kinds of fiber because soluble fiber adds bulk to the stool and insoluble fiber moves food through along. And so you need both kinds. So vegetables are high in insoluble fiber like the husks and everything. So the outside of the apple where the inside of the apple is soluble.
Wait, I want to talk about the apple. I'm glad you brought that up.
Good, okay.
Do you remember the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? We always heard that.
Except Dr. Mencia.
We never want to keep him away. It's too much fun.
I'm sorry. I forgot when I said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Big girl, I'm out of here. This is it. I have a surprise for you, so you don't keep going with your apple. Guess what? I'm meeting with somebody. I have this meeting going on, and I'm so excited. You know what we're going to have in the center?
I have no idea. A monkey.
You never know these days.
A baboon.
Amazing things for your health.
State of the art wound care. This is exciting me so much.
Oh, I
because
love that.
There is such a need for wound care, but it's going to be Mencia's way.
Okay.
Because we're going to do a state-of-the-art wound care, and maybe this young lady might be getting involved in that if she's
this
not too
beautiful
expensive.
woman from Russia who is sitting here so patiently making faces at us.
A surprise attack. We got a surprise attack here. So anyway, state-of-the-art wound care. And what I want to do that nobody's doing is do the wound care state-of-the-art in a freestanding center, but then have a branch that will go to the home for those many people that are so difficult. And Marta had been my inspiration. I have this patient of mine from South America that have multiple wounds.
But why? Why does she have?
Because she's bedridden. And the daughter still have to work. So, you'll have to look at the social component of any disease. Remember that part, right? Bio, psycho, and socio. So, biologically, because she have lost weight, she developed all these wounds. You understand? Yeah. And the daughter is impossible. She brought her to my office in an ambulance for me to see her. I said, no, don't do that. I'm going to come home to see you. So if I develop this, can you imagine that? Let's give our phone number.
Oh, yeah.
That's so into this thing.
Okay.
I have so many ladies in here. I mean, I'm so excited.
He's so excited. We're all so excited here. Because this is like a floating cruise ship. 954-489-1345. That's the magic number, everyone. Write it down. You may not need it today. You may need it tomorrow. Pencil Talk Radio, 954-489-1345. It's called the Adult and Geriatric Medical Center. It's located on East Commercial Boulevard, very close to Holy Cross. The number is 1608.
I'm very close to the beach.
Yeah, but we're well, you can go to the beach later, but let's get but
afterwards.
And I do have to tell you that in this issue of the March issue of Boomer Times on page 5, you will see where Nicole Andrews, who of course is their great nutritionist dietitian, she wrote 5 mega motivators for March, and you may want to talk about some of those mega motivators because that, these are the things that you talked about when you were on the last show, and I just wrote it down for you.
She didn't write that stuff.
Well, we can go through them. the 5 mega motivators for March. The first one is eat the right kind of fat, carbohydrates, and protein, all in the right portion size.
But people don't know how to do that. That's the key.
No clue what the right kind of fat is, and I did a whole hour lecture on fat last week, and it's amazing. We could have a whole show on fats.
Just on fat.
Just on fat, because, the
I
right
have so much fat to
fat.
give away, like...
It has to be coming, you have to watch the trans fats, the hydrogenated oils, you have to watch the saturated fats. You have to watch, and then, the omega-3 oils, and getting all the good fats, and the nuts and seeds, and the extra virgin olive
something
oil.
with the omega. Let's talk about the omega. Because there's such a big controversy with this thing. People, I had a patient that I thought, I said, look, we have... In my office, I have omega-3. You don't have to buy it from here, but I want you to take because the HDL was very low. And the HDL is the type of cholesterol that protects your heart and your brain.
H for healthy.
So I say, oh, how much it costs? Whatever it costs. They talk to Patricia. And she said, let me go and buy it outside. And she comes with a huge jar of omega-3. And I say, wow, that's great. And she said, this one cost me like 5 for a penny. I say, wow, that's cheap. So I said, let's look at the content. It was 1,000 milligrams of omega, but then when you look at the back, it has 50 milligrams of omega-3, 25 milligrams of omega-9. That means that the rest is omega-6. which is the junk omega.
Which is, too many people get omega-6 from the wrong kinds of omega-6.
Hamburger, ice cream,
there's
French fries,
refined
all of that
oil,
stuff
all the processed foods, too. The refined safflower, sunflower oil, you find them in all the ingredients of the processed foods, which is, the ratio should be 2 to 1, omega-3 to omega-6.
So how do you deal with a patient like that?
So what we do is we tell them to look at their
Will
product.
you let her take the jar back to home?
Oh, definitely. And
no, you know what I did?
Throw it out.
I open it, I put it in the garbage, I say, how much you pay for this? I'm going to give you your money back.
Yes. Because
it's junk. I mean, I don't want my patient
and they can be causing more harm than good.
It's education. That's what we're trying to do here. So someone's going to be confused, and they will be. So I think what they have to do, though, is to go set up an appointment with you.
That's so true.
And then you will give them, a little bit of knowledge, then they can take it home. So when you say these things, okay, well, she said that, but I don't know what that means. But for now, Dr. Mencia was very smart to find someone like you. So when you come and you see him, he can look you over with everything and then send them to you. And he can also, if you have a problem with your teeth, he can send them to Dr. Rosemary. He has a psychologist. He has so many.
I have a podiatrist,
which I'm going to go to.
Actually,
Actually, I'm going to go to
get your nail cut.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go just so that they'll rub my feet. No, I'm good. I want to try it out. No, I like to try out everybody you have. I'm going to go and do that, and then we can talk about the podiatrist.
Oh, you met
Dr.
Dr. Joseph Chicken here.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, no, you are
people
really...
Ask me, Dr. Mencia, where you get all these beautiful women to work at your office?
But wait a minute. It's also beautiful men. You can't say that, but I can. The men that you bring here are fantastic. I mean, you like the women, I like the men, It's okay. I mean, let's give us a fair shake here. You brought some really nice packages here, actually.
It's a nice place to be.
But the phone number. What's the phone number to make an appointment with Nicole Andrews?
We have this wonderful woman, a new staff member that Dr. Mencia has brought on, and she's from Russia, and she's very beautiful. And
she does speak Russian.
In the future, we're going to have her talk.
She doesn't speak English, but she speaks Russian.
But that's not true. But she's beautiful and she's smart. And I don't know where you get the people or what you advertise for.
I told you, Las Vegas.
Oh my. Okay. Anyway, phone number. Okay. So I have to. This is the best show.
I saw Nicole in Las Vegas. I saw Nicole in Las Vegas. Nancy, I said, Nicole, how would you like to be a dietitian? Come on to Florida.
Change from being a dancer, go to a nutritionist.
I got a husband. She got a baby. She got a husband, baby, and a house, and she's
from
happy.
The inside out. You are what you eat.
Yeah, right. 954-489-1345. I know we're being funny and all, but this is because, I want to tell you, Medicare and most insurance is accepted, very important.
And if people want to follow on the tips, we are on page 5 on the ad for adult and geriatrics. You can follow along.
March. So some of the other tips.
Should we talk about number 2?
Sure.
Yeah,
okay, let's get to it. All right, number 2 is lose unhealthy fat while retaining healthy lean muscle.
This
is so important.
Next time we have to do this backward. Number 5.
Number 5. Number 4. Okay.
Number 3.
We got to switch it up. It's about keeping things fresh and interesting.
Tell me number 2 again.
Number 2 again, lose unhealthy fat while retaining healthy lean muscle. And the way that I do this, because people get on the scale and they say, okay, I've lost 5 pounds. That's great. But how do you know you lost fat versus muscle? You don't know unless you take your body composition analysis, and that's one of the things that I offer at the office. It's called a bioimpedance analysis, and what we do is I hook electrodes up. It's very simple, and it runs a current through your whole body, and it's a very accurate piece of equipment, and it can tell me your fat mass, your lean body mass, your hydration, your cellular health. So it's a very amazing piece of equipment, and I can tell, whether you're hydrated or not, how healthy your cells are. And this is so important because a lot of people that just say, for example, cut their calories and don't exercise, they end up losing metabolically active lean tissue, which is, your muscle mass, which causes so many problems. So there's what's called skinny fat out there, which is also like a whole nother topic. So all weight loss isn't treated equally. So you have to make sure you're losing fat versus muscle.
Has Dr. Mencia ever
I've
done
been
that?
trying to get him on every day.
You're gonna
Maybe next time.
But I have to say, from somebody...
Bring it on, Mama.
Okay, I'm going to remember that on Monday.
You let me know, but I have to say this, from dealing with a lot of people in the medical field, and so many are very, very smart. I don't think I've ever met anyone who's physically as fit as Dr. Mencia. So he lives the part he talks about. Yeah. I mean,
I walk the walk.
You walk the walk, and tell everybody about being the Tai Chi master and everything that you've done.
Well,
Taekwondo.
I'm supposed to go for my grandmaster degree. There's a big controversy there because they say for my age I'm too young to become a grandmaster, but that has been going on for the past 3 promotions. That most people that get, let's say, the 6th degree promotion, 7th degree, 8th degree. My 8th degree promotion, it was horrible because people say, it's too young to become an 8th degree. So now one of the presidents from Canada, of one of the pioneers of Taekwondo, because I'm a doctor, because I chair the anti-doping committee worldwide, he said, you deserve to be a grandmaster. And
why does age have something to do with that? I don't really understand.
It's just the Asian philosophy. Just the Asian philosophy. They expect you to be a certain age with certain maturity to get there.
Well, in order for
we have to understand that here in America, exactly.
But for someone to attain
so
what you've
Botox,
done,
maybe,
right? But somebody to attain what you have attained. Has it taken a lot of work? What kind of body work has it taken?
That's it. One of my patients asked me about how I accomplish everything I have accomplished. I'm a pilot. I'm an author of book. I lecture all over the nation. I run a practice. I see patients. How do you do that? So I was telling my patient, I said, God had given us a gift. And the gift, He had given you 24 hours in a day. That's your gift from God. Now you can go and lay down in a couch and waste some of your gift, or you can utilize that gift. And I utilize, each and every hour of the day to the best of my ability without going crazy, just doing productive things. Not only for myself as a person, but I do things for other people.
Sure. We'll talk about Saturdays, for example, what you've just done now.
Saturday, we just open up. We have, last week we have 14 patients, 15 patients. This week we have a full schedule.
I mean, for you,
until 5 o'clock today.
He's so happy about it.
On Saturday? What kind of and so this is so nice.
You know why I'm open on Saturday? Not because I want to make more money. I didn't open because of money. I opened on Saturday because I kept seeing patients coming to me and say, on, let's say, Monday or Tuesday,
sure.
Oh, Dr. Mencia, on Saturday or Sunday I went to an urgent care center because I had this cough or I had this diarrhea or I had this, and they go to an urgent care center and they get put on this medication. They don't know my patient from a hole in the wall.
Right.
They don't know all the medication the patient's taking because usually they don't bring their med with them. And now they get put on medication that contradict what the person is taking. And then I say, what a headache. And I say, you know what? I'm in the office every Saturday anyway. I'm going to open on Saturday. So I open on Saturday because I want to provide the service. And it has been so well taken by the community. It's incredible. I have not seen one patient complain, like, why would you open on Saturday? Everybody is so excited that we open on Saturday.
Well,
isn't that right?
And a lot of people work,
right.
and it's the only time that they can do it. Or if they can't get there, their kids are working, and now they're not. So we have about.
But you can call the office for an appointment. You can talk to Sandra and let her know if you need to come in. She'll give you a time to come in for today if you need an appointment.
Okay.
If not, for next week. But for the new patients, sometimes they want to come with the kids. And Saturday might be a great day to do that.
Great day, 954.
And if I can get Nicole's husband to let her escape on Saturday, she can bring the baby.
Yeah.
She can bring the baby.
You can bring the baby, actually.
Right. We bring the baby. Saturday is baby day.
Baby day. Oh no. Oh, goodness.
That might work out.
Okay, 954-489-1345. 489-1345. And we are getting very close to our TV show. We're really working on that.
It's
and now
end stage. It's
right,
almost ready
end
to
stage.
go.
And with all the beautiful people that
That's
you
why
have
the
brought on,
Russian
not
girl
just
came
the
so
women.
dressed up, yeah.
Stop just talking about the
guys,
women.
The guys, yeah.
I like the men.
There you go with the men again.
Gorgeous men. Don't you? You've seen the men there, aren't they fantastic?
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Wait until you meet Dr. Ecker. Oh my God.
Now what does he do? The podiatrist?
He's like the muscle man. You see him walking around.
Oh really?
Oh
wait,
my
tell
God,
me about the podiatrist. Who is that, man or woman?
Dr. Ecker, he's a man.
Oh,
you meet Dr. Ecker, forget it.
And he's going to play with my feet,
you're going to make
right?
the show, yeah.
See, she's coming in for her foot massage sooner than you think. We'll get to the other 3 tips another time.
When she meets Dr. Ecker, she's going to cancel the next guest.
That's
and now
right.
we're staying here.
Okay, well, you can do another tip. How much? We still have some time, don't we? We have 3 minutes. You can do something. Go ahead.
Number 3 is exercise regularly.
Yes,
this is so
that's
important.
what I cuando come in, yes.
Right.
And
Maintain your lean
exercise,
body mass.
people think exercise, you need to go to a gym or something like that. You don't have to do that.
No.
You know, one thing there's a myth people think, if I get up in the morning and I go to the bathroom, then I go and make up the bed, then I go and make, fry 3 or 4 eggs and, do a few toasts. I'm exercising because I'm moving.
Or
that
if
is
they're
no
walking
exercise.
all day for their job, people
or
think like, I'm moving
yeah.
all the time, but it has to be where your heart rate's up and you feel like you're moving. The other thing I like to do is that people do something that you like to do, and don't make it grueling or else you won't do it. If you like to hula hoop, if you like to belly dance, if you make it fun,
salsa.
make it interesting. Salsa.
I saw last night. I saw I went and heard the jazz, the salsa jazz group.
Wow.
At Miser Park, and I'll tell you, that beat was going. It was fantastic.
Makes you move.
Latin jazz. Have you ever heard Latin jazz?
Oh, I love Latin.
Wow, it was fantastic. But go back into what you were saying. So, it's really important that people, with exercise, why don't you stop taking elevators, walk upstairs,
right.
Park your car at the very end of a parking lot, right?
But that's that's no exercise. Exercise is that you're going to put time aside and you're going to devote it to your own self to increase your metabolism, to increase the calorie burning. That is true exercise. People had the misconception, if I park the car far and I walk, I'm exercising. No, you are moving, but you are not really exercising.
It helps.
If you take it helps some, but that's, you have to
you mean like
take
ride a bike.
You class with me.
You have to get the
ride
blood
a bike,
flow
go
going.
for a walk,
Feel the blood
do something.
flow.
You got to get up.
Increase your oxygen.
Swim.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I think that's so
important.
important.
And one thing about exercise, if you never exercise and you're listening to this program, you say, I'm going to pay my money to see Nicole to help me lose weight. And I'm going to follow her advice. If you never exercise, do 5 minutes and then do 10.
Anything helps.
By increment, keep increasing.
Right. A little bit is better than nothing, and it can be all at once.
And there is no more time, and this was great.
How old do you have to be to exercise?
100.
If you look at Boomer Time, this issue of Boomer Time, there is one guy here that he's 100 years old.
Just runs marathons.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so we're very excited.
Go ahead.
Never too late.
No, that's it. No, that's it. We're over. Thank you very much, everybody.
No, don't go. No, please.
We have to.
Hold the microphone.
That's it. Okay, we're off the air. We'll see you next week. But no, we have another show starting right now. So just goodbye, everybody.